What's happening, everybody? Hopefully, everybody is doing well. Hopefully, you've enjoyed your Thursday. We were supposed to have a little bit of extreme severe weather here in Myrtle Beach. Today, they sent the kids home from school yesterday and said do virtual. They canceled things like soccer practices and dance practices and all that kind of good stuff today. And we were spared. The storm went north of us, went south of us. We didn't really see any of it here, which was pretty awesome. But we are live. Hopefully you guys can hear me. If so, if somebody who's listening could just drop a comment, say, hey, tell me where you're watching from tonight. And we have a good topic that we're going to talk about this evening. We're going to talk about some new construction, new home communities here in the area, some pros and cons of maybe why you might want to think about a new home subdivision for your purchase here in the Myrtle Beach right now at this time. And we're going to have a good time discussing this. So it looks like we're getting a couple people into the room. In the meantime, while people are jumping in, first off, let me show you all my shirt. I just recently purchased this one, more cowbell. I thought it was quite fitting, being my musical background that I have. So we're doing it. Hey, Doug, welcome in. Doug says he's going to be retiring here in 6 years. Wow, that's planning ahead of time, Doug. But that's awesome. Get it now. Get planning going. Get everything. You'll know when you're ready to buy exactly what you want. So we're going to talk tonight, like I said, about new construction. And before we jump into it, my children begged me tonight to share some jokes as we went along. So I will share some of those throughout the evening while we're talking. But we're going to discuss tonight new construction homes and the pros and cons of it. So first, let's just talk a little bit about where is the real estate market right now. Right now, here's where Myrtle Beach is when it comes to housing. And the simplified, easiest answer for this is we don't have hardly any houses right now. Everything is selling faster than fast. It is not lasting very long. Things that come on the market today are gone by tomorrow. There's many times multiple offers happening, and people are having to compete to get a home. I had somebody this last week reach out to me. I sold them their house last year in June, July area. And they said, hey, the house next door to us just went on the market for $50,000 more than we paid for ours. And it's not as nice and doesn't have the pool. Do you think we could sell our house and make some money? I'm like, yes, you could. You could sell your house and make a lot of money right now. But the problem is, where are you going to move to? What are you going to do? Where are you going to be? Unless you have either cash to buy while still owning or have the ability to own two houses at the same time, it could get a little tricky for you and a little difficult because you're not going to have the ability to put your home on the market, sell it, and buy something because there may not be something there. Also, at the same time, you might run into an issue with getting somebody to accept your offer contingent upon selling your house. People aren't going to do that right now. Let's see here. We're getting some people coming in. Thanks for stopping in, guys. Make sure you drop a comment. Tell us where you're watching from tonight and where you're joining in. And so as I was talking with these people about their home, yes, they could probably sell their home they bought 6-7 months ago and make $50,000 to $60,000. Because what they shared with me is, Jeremy, this house is not as nice. It went on the market. It had 15 plus showings in 2 days, and they have 6 offers going on right now. And, it's going to be that way with a lot of things right now. Let's see. We're getting some comments here. Let's see what people are saying. T. Waters says, Doug, I hope to be leaving Maryland as well on my way to Myrtle Beach. Trent, come on down. Be a part of Myrtle Beach. We're here for you. And Trent then says also that he loves the Cherry Grove area. Awesome. So we'll definitely discuss Cherry Grove a little bit tonight as well. Let's see. What did Doug say here? Doug said, we actually bought a condo 2 years ago in Carolina Forest. Yes, it is a fast market, one a future place on the Intercoastal off of River Oaks. Doug wants to be in. I know where Doug wants to be. He wants to be in the Bluffs, Carolina Waterway, playing Palms, or Carolina Waterway or the Battery. 4 great neighborhoods there to pick from. All of them are gated, and we actually have some neighborhood videos that'll be coming up here in the next few months of those developments. I've been working on some content for them, so you guys definitely want to check those out as well. So, back to my story of these people that were selling, and I shared with them, I said, well, you could go and maybe purchase a new construction, and, a lot of the builders may still be interested in taking a contingency contract, and then you can put your home on the market and sell it. But that has really changed. Excuse me one minute. Let me take a drink of water before we get going here more. So the new home community market has really adjusted itself, and it continues to adjust itself here in the area. First off, some of the big builders like D.R. Horton, which is probably the largest builder in all of Myrtle Beach and surrounding areas, they've changed the way they're going to do things. They used to be doing pre-sales of lots, and you could go in and pick the lot you wanted to, put a deposit down, and when they released that section, you could come in then and buy the house that you wanted, put in the colors that you want with the color sidings, any features, upgrades you wanted to put in, put all that stuff in, and you'd have the house and you'd buy it at that time. But they're not doing that anymore. They've changed it now. They're going to be a spec-only build home community for a while. Now, my guess is that once this market starts to slow down a little bit, or all of the inventory homes that they have sitting are gone, they will go back to that style before where you could pre-sale and reserve your lots. But for now, they're not going to do that. In fact, they're not even going to allow you to build or buy a house until it's in drywall stage. They're not going to even put a price on it till then. Why? Because the way the market's been going the last few months, with lumber and everything going up so much, people are buying a house at this price. Now they're then pulling permits, getting the stuff, starting the house, and that house isn't done for 5 months. Well, the market's price, the house was priced here, but the market value is now here. So they're losing some of their profit along the way. So to kind of help curtail that, they have switched some things around with what they're doing. Trent says here, live in Ellicott City. Okay. Housing is popping up here 3 weeks tops for homes on the market. Hey, you know what? I know that area, Trent. I was actually there, I want to say probably about 10 years ago or so. I had traveled up to Philadelphia to see a client of mine for my other businesses that I was running them. And on the way back down, I stopped an agent friend of mine there in Ellicott City, and I shot some videos for him. His name was Tim, back in the day. So anyway, let's see what else there. Doug says, let's see. Yeah, let's take our money and goose the economy of South Carolina. Ha ha. And then Trent asks, quick question. For a second home buyer, do you foresee 20% down to remain? No. And you don't need 20% now to buy a second home here, Trent. You can buy second homes with 10% down. If the only time you really need the 20% is if you're buying a condominium and you're buying like a condotel or something on the beach where it's going to take some type of specialty financing, and then not always is it necessary. But no, you can buy a second home here at the beach for 10% down. Now, if you're buying it as a second home investment where you're going to rent it most of the time, then things can get a little trickier and a little muddier. But as long as you use the home X number of days in the year, it's not really an issue. But that's a good question. So let's talk about this a little bit, about pros and cons of new construction. And guys, excellent questions. Thanks for starting the chatter and keep it going. If you have one while we're talking tonight, please just drop your question over there. We will get to it. I will get to it. I'm the only one here tonight. I don't have a guest. But maybe we'll do that in the future. Start getting a few guests in here as well. But let's talk a little bit about new construction. But before we do that, I guess I should probably take a minute and do a joke from one of my children. So let's see. We'll start with this one. And if you guys can put the answer of what you think it is in the comments, that'll be great. And I'll give you the answer in a few minutes. So let's start with this one. What do storms wear beneath their clothing? So what do storms wear beneath their clothing? Think about that one and put your answer in the comments. And while you're doing that, let's see. Linda says she just put money down on a Lennar home in Myrtle Beach. What do you think of them? Lennar is a big builder here, Linda. They're building a good product in the area. I don't sell a whole bunch of Lennar products here, but I do know that they are definitely here in the area. So let's talk a minute about this new construction and why it might be an advantage, disadvantage for you. Trees, sky, nope, those aren't the answer. What do storms wear beneath their clothes? Think about that one. And we'll talk about some of these pros here for a minute. So if you're looking to buy here in Myrtle Beach in the near future, you can be prepared, if you're buying anything that's a resale, to be in some sort of a hustle to try to get the property. It's probably the easiest way to put it. You're going to be in a rush where you're going to have to quick get through everything to try to figure it out and put the offer in the minute that it hits the market. I had some buyers that I worked with last week. I don't know if they're on here. Ryan, though. Ryan, if you're on, and Courtney, hey, we're going to talk about you for a minute. They're moving down here from Illinois, and they found me through YouTube, which was awesome. I love working with people from YouTube because they find me and they know me by the time they get here, and we have a fun time out buying houses together. But Ryan and Courtney were down here about a week and a half ago, and they found Thunderpants is close, Doug. Close. Thunderwear. I know. That was my son's joke. He thought it was pretty cool. But back to Ryan and Courtney for a minute. So Ryan and Courtney came down from Illinois. They were here for a couple days. And before they came down, they found about 4 or 5 houses on the internet, drove down the next day, and we met the beginning of the morning. First thing, they actually, I think, drove overnight and met me first thing in the morning when they arrived here at the beach. And they had 3 or 4 houses they wanted to see. And they gave me the list, and all of the houses were sold instantly. Well, one of them was still available. So we went out, and we went and viewed that house. No, didn't fit their needs. They had seen one of my community videos of the farm and of Berkshire Forest, those communities, and they said, we really like these areas. And from our research and everything, these are the areas we really want to focus in on. And, we looked at what was basically available. And, for example, in the farm right now, which in 2019, there were about 27 houses active for sale. Right now in the farm, there are a total of 4. That's it. 4 homes. Not a lot. Inventory, like I said, is really low. So we went and looked at 2 of the 4 homes, and one was just trashed, horribly trashed. The other one was okay, but they weren't in love with it, and it needed some work as well. And, we were getting ready to actually put the offer in on that house. And they said, you know what? No, let's not do it. So I said, all right, if you're not crazy about it, you have to be happy with the house you're buying. So they said, well, we'll just wait. We're going to be here a couple more days. Maybe something else will hit the market. So the next day at 4:00, Ryan reaches out. Jeremy, this house just got on the market. I got the email that it came on the market in Berkshire Forest. Can we go see it right now? Sure, Ryan. I'll meet you there in 30 minutes. So I put the request in. It was a vacant home. We were able to go see it real quickly. When I got to the house, there was an agent already in showing it and had just come on the market 30 minutes earlier. We went in after that, and another person was in line to go in after us to see the house. There were 3 showings in the first 15 minutes of the house. So I told Ryan and Courtney, said, if you want this house, we need to do something immediately. And so we did. We came back to the office. We wrote a full price cash offer on this home. We did not ask for anything. We gave a quick closing. We did everything that a seller would want in a deal to basically get them the house. And we were lucky that we were able to get it because so we got the offer written and submitted. There wasn't any other showings for the day. And so the agent got our offer, talked to the seller that night. He accepted it, and they canceled everything the next morning and put it pending. And so we were able to secure the home. But what if you're not a cash buyer? Or what if, you're in a spot where you're not there within that first 15 minutes of it? If Ryan and Courtney were back home in Illinois, they wouldn't have been able to see that home in person. And it would have caused some problems. And we could have tried to do some virtual. And yes, we do that a lot. I've been doing more and more of it lately with video. But the fact that they were here is what made them able to get that house and fall in love with it. But what about those people who can't do that? Well, that's where new construction is going to come in. Oh, there's a whole bunch of comments here. What's going on? Let's see here. John says, outstanding videos and information. You're an excellent realtor. Thank you, John. I really appreciate it. John's tuning in from New Jersey tonight. And let's see here. Trent said, Jeremy, the homes that were flooded along the river, have they been condemned? Will they be considered for resale? So with those homes along the river, I've seen a lot of them back for resale, and they're usually being sold really, really cheap. But there's a high risk that they're going to flood again. Sorry, something's making me cough tonight. I don't know what it is. So yes, there are some of them that are coming back on the market. Some people have rebuilt them, gone through and redone it all. And that's something you want to pay attention to when looking at houses here. Are these homes going to be, were they flooded at some point? And now they're back again as a new renovated. Freshly renovated is not always good. So just take that in mind. So back to this new construction thing. So you could do the resale where you're going to be fighting against other offers. I've heard some agents in our company say that they've had 8, 10, 12 offers come in on a property. And, like I've shared in other videos, not always is cash or even the highest offer going to win it necessarily. One of the agents in my office got an offer on their property, and it was for a school teacher who's going to be moving out of the area. And the buyers of their house got real creative, somehow found out they were school teachers. And so they said, we'll buy the house from you full price cash. Actually, I think they went over list, and then said, we'll also give you free rent to the end of the school year. So they get to live there for free in the home so that they don't have to find a place to move during school. So all kinds of crazy stuff is happening here. So back to this new home community thing. And then we're going to jump into, once we get through some of these pros and cons, we're going to jump into some, because I got a few emails from clients over the last few weeks that have some really interesting questions about new home construction. So this week I had some people that were here and they were looking at new construction homes. Yeah, sounds good for sellers, but not as much for buyers. That is exactly right. It's excellent for sellers right now, but buyers, it can be a little stressful. So, and Kathy says, newly retired and all your information is awesome. Thank you, Kathy. I'm glad you find it valuable and helpful. Let me know when you're coming down to the area to retire and live here. Would love to help you do it. So I had some people this week who were here, a retired couple, and they're moving from Maryland, and they came down. They had a list once again. These 3 houses, all of them were gone. So I happened to pick up the phone and call one of the new home communities and talk to Joe. And I said, Joe, do you have anything? Well, I got this, and this now. I've got these couple properties here in these couple areas that are possibilities. What do you think of these? I said, well, let's come meet you and we'll check it out. So they were able to go down. It wasn't necessarily their perfect area they wanted to be in, but it was their second choice for living here in the area. They originally had said maybe we want to be in Carolina Forest, but the price point they wanted to be in, Carolina Forest did not have any options for them, and they didn't want to wait 6 months to build. Which, with new construction, that is the downside or big con to this. When you're buying a new construction home, and if it's not built, you're going to be waiting 5-6 months, or if it's a big custom home, it could be 9 months to a year till you can get into your home. And so if you're moving out of state and your home's sold, it's probably not going to be the best option for you because you're not going to have any place to live. You're going to be homeless for 6 months to a year. That might not be your favorite thing to do. But for these people, we went to a community. They had 3 spec homes that were available, all in their price range. We walked through 2 of them. They said, we love it. We love it. This fits every button, Jeremy, that we had. All of our needs are covered in this home. I'm like, hey, this is awesome. I did my job. All right. And so they were excited. But we had one resale that had come on the market that day that they wanted to go see as well. And I explained to them, I said, well, here's the thing. And this is my rule of thumb when you're purchasing a home here in the area, especially right now with the way the market is. When you're looking at homes, if the home fits 80% of your needs, 10% you can live with, and 10% you don't mind changing, that's the house for you. And this house was exactly that. It was actually more like about 90 to 10. They had 90% they loved and 10% that they could change. But they said, well, maybe we should go see this. And I said, well, here's the thing. In this was in a D.R. Horton community. I shared with them, I said, D.R. Horton has sales agents all around the beach, not just this one who's here on site. And so Joe that I work with can go anywhere on the beach to sell. And that's why I like working with him. We've formed a good relationship and we're able to help each other and work together. And so that's why he drove down here to meet us tonight. I said, we can go drive up there and do that, but just know somebody else could come along and buy this house that you really, really like, everything about it, just so you can say you saw something in another development. You're right, Jeremy. You're right. Let's just write it up. We're happy with this. We like it. Let's take it. So we did, and they were very excited to do that. And right after they did that, they said, well, you know what? Can we go back and look at the house one more time before leaving? So we walked back over to the house, started walking through it, and they're checking things out. And as we're doing it, another D.R. Horton agent walks in the door at like 6:15 at night with a client and with an agent showing them this house. And luckily, Joe goes, this one's gone. Go on. There's this one over there and that one over there in this development. That's it. Sorry. So with it, when you're doing a new construction, one of the big pros to this is you can get these without having to get into bidding wars most of the time. Because once they sell it to one, they just want their money. They're not going to sit there and do highest and best and all of that kind of stuff the minute something hits the market. And this I've seen true now, as in the last month, I've sold 4 new construction homes, and none of them have been in a highest and best situation. So that's one of the big advantages. Also, you might not have to be putting as much down. In some of these offers, when you're buying resales, you may have to put $5,000-$10,000 down just to make your offer look stronger. In this community, they wanted $2,500. In the one that my clients bought last week in Conway, they wanted $2,500. So, they're only bringing $2,500 out of pocket. And then the other big pro to buying a new construction home right now is you're getting something brand new. Nobody's ever lived in it. You don't have to worry about, did they have a dog that peed on the carpet? Did the cat spray the walls? And so if you have a pet and bring it in, it's going to go mark its territory over it. You don't have to worry about, well, this dishwasher is 5 years old already and it could bust at any minute. You don't have to worry, how old's the roof? Is it going to leak? When you're buying new, everything is brand new. There's no allergens of other people. And you also get a lot of builder warranties. In the case of DR Horton, for example, the one we were at on Monday, these people basically get a 1-year warranty on everything in the house, down to nail pops, cracks from settlement, all of that stuff. They have like a 10-year warranty on the structure as well, and like 3 to 5 years on the heating and cooling. So there's a huge advantage in that. That is worth a lot of money that is just basically packaged into buying the new home. So definitely something to think about. Let's see here. I think we got a question over here. Let's check this out a minute. Jeremy, what are your thoughts on these tiny homes that seem to be a trend in Myrtle Beach, though not certain if it's a growing trend? I've seen a little bit about those, Trent, but I've not really seen it becoming this wow, oh, we got to have them, and that it's going to become this new fad that goes through the area. Most of the people moving here are coming to the area because they're leaving the north, or actually I'm getting a lot of people now from California. I have somebody coming from Las Vegas. I spoke to someone this last week who found me on YouTube and is coming from Alaska. So they might win the award for the farthest coming. Yeah, okay, that's a good question too. So I don't see the tiny homes being a big trend. John asked, do you sell Murrells Inlet too? Yes, I do. I sell everywhere here in Orion, Georgetown County. So basically think everything from the North Carolina border all the way down into Georgetown, all the way out into Aner and past it a little bit. Gallivant's Ferry and all that. I was out there the other week for people. And so if you're looking to buy a house in Little River, North Myrtle Beach, Longs, Murrells Inlet, Carolina Forest, Conway, Aner, Surfside, Murrells Inlet, I think it's in Murrells Inlet already, Pawleys Island, Litchfield Beach, Garden City, you name it. I cover all of those areas. Thank you for bringing that question up, John, because I had somebody the other day who reached out to me. I believe his name was Brian, and he said, hey, do you work areas in Surfside? Because you say a lot about Myrtle Beach, but we were just wondering. And yes, I do. I may mention a lot of Myrtle Beach, but when I say Myrtle Beach, guys, understand that I'm really kind of meaning most of the time the kind of overall area. Kind of like my wife, she's from Georgia, and she's 40 minutes outside of Atlanta in Milton, Georgia. But when people ask where she's from, she just says, I'm from Atlanta. But that's a good question. So I think I've shared a little bit now on the pros and cons of new construction. And what I want to do is I'm going to actually, just give me a second here. I'm going to move this over to the side, and we're going to go to sharing this screen. Let's see if we can do this. All right, so here is our MLS. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share, we're going to do some searches here of some different areas of new construction. Yes, woohoo, Milton. We're going to just look at some areas here. And what I'm going to do is just go in here to the MLS. So I'm going to do a search. And we're going to start with putting in here just some active homes. So you guys can kind of see a little bit about some of the new construction areas here in the Myrtle Beach area and what's for sale there. What kind of price can you expect as of today, March 18th, 2021? Now, these prices are going to continue to go up. As long as the price of lumber and all that stuff keeps going up, it's going to just continue to rise. And, since I think we'll start at the northern end of the beach and we'll just kind of work our way down. So I'm going to search active, and I'm going to go in here, and we're just going to study for tonight just detached homes, okay? So we're going to set detached homes, and we're going to come down here to construction status, and we're going to set this to never occupied, to be built, and under construction. And that should show us basically everything that's out there. And let's just start with some cities. And we'll start up on the northern end of the beach, and we'll go to Little River. Okay? And I would say right now, probably your average price up in this area is going to be $250 to $400. Let's just say $450, just so we get a little bit more. And so right now in Little River, $250 to $450, there are 81 homes that are currently for sale that are active. But let's take a look at this a minute. I'm going to just sort this by subdivision so that we can look at it. And so the first one that pops up here on the list is Bridgewater. This is up in Little River. It's right there across from the hospital that's in Little River. And it's a great little area. This is the Bridgewater bungalows that they're making. And this is where the old Bay Tree Golf Course used to be. And so you can see this is a new construction home, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. It's 2,362 square feet. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to make this a little bigger for you all so you can see it a little bit easier. There we go. Hopefully that makes it a little bit easier for you to read. And let's close that. And we'll bring this down a little bit to make it as... let's just go to maximized view. There we go. And that way, hopefully, then you guys can see this a little bit easier. But this is a new construction home that's almost 2,400 heated square feet. And the price on this one is $402,000. Now, one thing I will tell you is this. Did you guys see any new construction homes online and you see the images? They're usually a representation of the home. So that's the only picture this one has. So let's go back and find it. Let's try maybe this one here. Maybe this one has more photos of it. Nope, nothing there. But in Bridgewater, there's a lot of great amenities as well. They've got a great pool area that's being built there. And like I said, this is in Little River, right across the street from the hospital that's up there. Next is also then the Bridgewater cottages. And you can see some of these. There's one here for $311,000. And, it's a little bit smaller, 1,500 heated square feet. Once again, they don't have any photos of them, which unfortunately a lot of times happens when you're seeing these brand new listings. But those are Bridgewater. Let's look at this one here. Maybe this one that's a little older. Yeah, so here's one that is a new construction in Bridgewater. And this one's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,600 heated square feet. And let's just look at some pictures of it. So it's a nice layout, nice floor plan. Trent asks, can I show homes in Calabash? No, Trent, I can't. I just sell in South Carolina. I don't go into North Carolina. But if you want to go to Calabash, North Carolina, I have a couple great agents that I'm connected with that can definitely help you up there. So you can see from this one, it has a nice open floor plan. This community has natural gas in it, double oven it looks like going on. Real nice little house with solid surface floors throughout the living area. And this is all kind of the typical stuff that you're seeing nowadays is stainless steel appliances are common. Solid surface floors, whether it's the laminate vinyl plank or a rollout vinyl or some sort of architectured hardwoods are fairly common. Carpet in your bedrooms. And then usually in the bathrooms, there's some sort of ceramic tile that they're putting in. This one has an upgraded shower in it. And so this is a nice little house at 313, okay? And that's Bridgewater. So let's take a look at a couple other communities here in Little River. Here's Cypress Village, and their price point's a little bit lower. You can see here's one at $265. And let's take a look at this one a minute. So this is a little 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,426 heated square feet. And there's no other pictures, unfortunately. How are the taxes? Oh, that's a good question. Let's talk about that a second here. So John asks, how are taxes on new construction? So when it comes to new construction, it can be a little interesting because what happens is usually the first year that the builder owns it, they're only paying taxes on the dirt. So for that first year, your taxes are virtually nothing because you're just paying on the piece of dirt. But the next year, it will go up and be similar to, a regular resale, maybe a little bit higher just because the assessed value is going to be closer to what it may be. But right now, the way things are going, everything will probably be be reassessed here before too long, just because the market is that hot. But they're extremely affordable. So, but that's a good question, John. Thanks for asking it. Oops, I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. All right. So as we go down through here, then we have Heather Glen, which Heather Glen is a D.R. Horton community. This is an Eaton floor plan, which D.R. Horton has built this floor plan in, probably a dozen communities here in the area. It's one of their more popular ones. It's 1,700 heated square feet. It's all open floor plan inside. And let's just take a look at a couple pictures of it. So you can see there's the outside of the house. The back has this huge porch area. Once again, as you come inside, solid surface floors through the foyer and the main living area. Nice large foyer. Carpet in your bedrooms. Tile in your bathrooms. And then there's your kitchen, which this one has a huge, huge island. This is a great floor plan. Like I said, it's all open. Your living room and everything looks right into the kitchen. One of the nice things that people really like about it too is this really large pantry that they put in these properties. But this is a great floor plan, and this is up, like I said, at Heather Glen. And like something like this is $323 in Little River. Okay. Now, if you want to see some of the, let's see what's the least, if I can find the least expensive here in the area. Let's just sort this again by price. And so the least expensive thing right now is in this development called Diamond Stars Way. And here we go. This is Real Star is the builder. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. Nice floor plan, and they don't have any photos in yet of it. They just have kind of the map of the property. But this one is a 1,300 heated square foot home for $255. So, if you're looking for a single family home all on one floor, this might be an awesome opportunity for you, where you can get in Little River for just over $250,000. Okay, so if we do that, now let's jump over to the most expensive thing. And let's see, this is Bridgewater Cottages. And let's see, where is this? This is Bridgewater Cottages. So it looks like Bridgewater has some of the more expensive things. Let's see here. They tell me what the model is of this one, because this looks kind of like the Boardwalk, which I sold one of these before. Nope, they don't have any pictures of it. But that's kind of what's going on in Little River. Okay, good question there coming in from John. He wants to know, how are the HOA in these communities? So Bridgewater is $125 a month for your HOA. And with that, you get trash pickup, pool service as well, and maintenance of the area and the entrance and all that kind of stuff in this community. In some of the other ones, just to give you an example, let's look at this Real Star. This Real Star is $77 a month. And with that, you get pool service and maintenance and management of it. Let's look at a couple other ones here. Let's look at Sandridge Commons, just to give you an idea. Sandridge Common is $75 a month. And for that, you get, well, they don't tell us, unfortunately. But basically, it looks like right around like the 75 to 150. A lot of it depends, John, on what is included in the HOA. Whether you have, if it's a community that's gated, obviously it's going to be higher to take care of the maintenance of the gate. If it is a community that has, a lot of amenities, it's going to be a little bit more. If it's one, which there are a few where they include your landscape and lawn care, that's definitely going to make it higher as well. But from what I've heard talking to people over the last several months, the HOAs here in our area seem to be pretty affordable in comparison to other places around the country. But that's Little River. So let's jump now into here, and we're just going to change this out, take Little River out, and let's look at Longs, okay? Longs is going to be out there near Little River area, and there's 35 houses that are there. And hold on a minute, there's some questions here. Let's see. So Trent says, sorry for all the questions. What are all your thoughts on homes in Pirate Land or Ocean Lakes? I know there are land fees, but I don't quite understand all of that. Okay, yeah, that's an interesting question. We'll get back here in a minute to Longs. Let's talk about this one in a minute. So Pirate Land, Ocean Lakes, and all that. What those are homes on leased land. So if you are to purchase those, you have to get specialty financing. You cannot just go to the bank and get a 30-year fixed mortgage on them. Most of the people who own those types of properties own them with cash, just because it's a lot of work to get financing there. But you're going to pay a lot rent or a lease every month into those places. And most of them are about $400 to $500 a month for that lot fee for your house to sit on. And so instead, it's kind of, think of it kind of like an HOA, but you don't own the dirt that's under it. So that means you can't really do anything to the dirt underneath you as well, which is why a lot of people aren't finding them as attractive. Now, for people who want to rent those out, that definitely is because it's in an area where there's a lot of amenities and things to do. But the lot leases definitely make it more difficult to get financing. And by the way, Trent, keep the questions coming. I don't mind them at all. Let's see here. John asks, do you get lower taxes after you're 65 years old? Yes. Yes, you do. So you have to apply for the homestead exemption, and it will get $50,000 off the assessed value of your home. So it can take a good chunk of money off of the price. For example, when my grandmother was alive and had her home was around $200,000. If she did not have the homestead exemption, her taxes probably would have been around $700 to $800 a year. With it, it was down to $400 a year. So it can take a significant amount of money off of it for sure. Good question as well, John. Let's see here. Catherine asks, is it better to buy a detached home or a townhome or condo? What is better bang for your buck? That's a whole nother conversation we could get into. But to give you kind of the short end of it, it's going to be what your preference is. If you don't want to be cutting grass, don't have to worry about any yard maintenance, condo might be the best option for you. If you want to do a little bit of it but still have a little bit of space, a townhouse might be an option for you. But if you're someone who's not used to sharing walls with people, you're not going to want either of those. You're going to want a single family home. We can get into that more down the road for sure. Let's see here. Erica says, we are moving down from Brooklyn next week. Temporary housing we are building in Sunset Landing in Little River. Any thoughts? We love your videos. Erica, welcome to the area ahead of time. Thanks for being our neighbor. Hope you guys have a safe, easy trip down here. I'm not as familiar with the Sunset Landing in Little River, so I really can't give you a good, bad, and different on it. Thank you for the compliments on the videos. Glad you're enjoying them. Keep coming back and watching them for sure. And then she also said, we can't believe how quickly the prices are going up since we started looking in January. Yeah, the prices are going up. And, I did in one of my older videos a few months back where I was sharing, but basically from May to October last year, we saw like, I think it was like a $26,000, $27,000 upgrade, increase in price. Sorry, I'm getting text messages coming. It's distracting me. Increase in prices. So, it's definitely better to buy now instead of waiting, because the longer you wait, the more you're going to miss. So let's jump back in here a minute. And we're going to just look here a minute at these homes in Longs. So let's hit search. And we'll start right here. This one's 253. And this is a D.R. Horton being built at 57th Place. This is a Carey model, or as Joe from D.R. Horton calls it, a Curry. It's a Carey, Joe. One of these days we'll learn that. But this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, 1,475 heated square feet with a 2-car garage. And this is going to look similar to a lot of the things we've already looked at, where you're going to have, let's get to the inside, vinyl siding on it, solid surface floors to your foyer and living areas, tile in the bathrooms, carpet in the bedrooms. A lot of the stuff that D.R. Horton is building now, they're going to standard. This is kind of their standard with granite countertops, nicer cabinets. The old oak ones I haven't seen in a while, and I'm not too upset about those at all. But this is the Carey model. It's a nice floor plan that people really like. All open, fairly similar to the Eaton that we looked at a little while ago. They just adjust things a little bit, and it's a little bit smaller overall, not quite as high as ceilings either. But this is a great home for right at the $250,000 mark. It has its own nice large laundry room and everything else. And let's look at some others. Let's see what else we got here. So this is at the Reserve at Long Bay. This is the Alston floor plan. I don't know that I've ever looked at one of these. But this is another D.R. Horton community. And so I'm guessing you got some brick front. But I'm guessing when you get inside this house, it's going to be very similar. Yep. Granite counters, solid surface floors. Now this looks like it's an electric community. Gas communities, what I have seen for the most part, are going to be a little bit more money usually. So if natural gas is something that you're really interested in having, keep that in mind. It might cost you just a little bit more. But this is a nice one. Let's see if we can find some other ones. I've got a lot of D.R. Horton that we've seen here. Let's see. Here's Lennar. Somebody was asking about Lennar a little while ago. So here's a Lennar home. This one is a Hartford model. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,800 heated square feet for $255,000. There you can kind of see the floor plan. The master bath. Nice large master closet. The laundry room. Show us what matters. We want to see the kitchen and the living room. There's your secondary bathroom. They don't want you to see the kitchen. There you go. So there's your kitchen in this home. Let's see if they have a closer up photo. And it looks like they've put like an engineered wood floor down. And it looks like it might, natural gas. So you have natural gas here, granite countertops, which is nice. Stainless appliances, a little corner pantry. They put a backsplash in on this one. And like I said earlier, just because we see these images, they may not be the actual what it looks like. It could be just a representation of what they're building in the home. And so that's a Lennar home. And like I said, that's 1,800 heated square feet for $255,000 in Longs. This one is, let's see here. This looks like it might be more like a smaller local builder who built this home. I'm trying to see who is the owner. JMM Trust. Yeah, so this is a newly built home. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,800 square feet for $259,000 in Longs. And so as you see here, there's some nicely done inside. Nice large open area. I like the coffered ceiling that they have over here. We'll look at that in a minute, probably closer. Yeah, no, it is. I thought maybe they had Formica there for a minute. I wanted to look at it. No, that's a nice granite. But, some of the small things that start to happen then when you're not using the bigger builders. To save a little bit of money, instead of putting smooth ceilings, they'll put popcorn ceilings up because they can just spray it and be done in no time. But this is a nice large open floor plan space. Let's see if we can see what the master bath looks like, because that's the other thing that most people care about. So they have a barn door going into it. There's your master closet, laundry room. There's the bathroom. So it's not bad. You have double vanity, a nice walk-in shower here. So that's not bad, not bad. Let's take a break here. So let's look. We got a couple questions coming in here. Doug asks, "Do you have a favorite builder? I am impressed with the construction, but does anyone stand out?" Um, in our area, Doug, honestly, the one that I probably end up selling the most, and I don't know if it's just because they have the most options available most of the time, is probably D.R. Horton first, followed by Pulte second, followed after that by probably one of the local builders, Beverly Homes. Beverly is a local one, but does some really great products, and they give you some nice stuff for the buck. But those are probably would be my top three. Let's see here. Obviously, we are already in contract with a builder, but curious what you think is the best builder as far as quality, timeline, and customer service. Well, there you go. I answered the question for you, Eric. Hopefully that helps. And then let's see here. Catherine says, "Wouldn't want to cook spaghetti in that white kitchen." I'm probably there with you. Some people, though, love white cabinets. They got to have everything white. But those are some nice ones there for under $260. Now let's jump up to the other end at the $450 mark, and let's just kind of see what options are there. So this is River Haven, which this is another, looks like this is H&H Homes, which is one of the local builders. I've heard some good things about them as well in their building. And let's take a look at this. Wow, that's nice. Nice, large, open with high ceilings. Wow. Got the backsplash in there. Nice granite counters. So that's a nice home as well. Let's see, what else do we have here? This is another one at River Haven. Long Bay. This is in Long Bay, $325 for a 4 bedrooms, 3 bath home. This is built by one of the local builders as well. And unfortunately, they don't have any photos of it. But that's 2,300 heated square feet for $325. So that's some stuff up in Longs. Let's jump again. Let's change this up and go from Longs. Let's go down into North Myrtle Beach. As you see, as we get into North Myrtle Beach and some of these more popular areas, where the things have been built for a little bit longer, notice there's much less homes. When I was in Little River, we had, I think, 80. When I was in Longs, we had like 35. North Myrtle Beach, we have 12. Why? Because this area is already pretty well populated and everything's pretty well built. But here's one, it's not in the subdivision. So this is over on the avenues, and I think this is just one maybe. Let me look at this a minute. No, it's being built. It's a little raised beach house. $300,000 for 1,900 square feet. Fortunately, they don't have any images of it. There's no garage or anything. It's just parking under the roof. But here you could have that house on the beach for $300,000 and be basically 3 blocks back from the ocean. Not a bad deal, really, if you want to be that close. This is another one up in North Myrtle Beach it's a neighborhood called The Grove. Let's see, there's some pictures of that. You can see. Not a bad little house inside. Kitchen's a little closed off. But once again, you're paying with these homes for location. That's what you pay for more than anything. That's at Robber's Roost. Let's see if they have some images of these inside. Nope. This is in North Myrtle. And this one's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's to be built on the cottages on the marsh. 1,650 square feet. And once again, they don't really have any photos of it. And let's just jump up here and see what's the most. And yep, that's at Cottages on the Beach. So as you can see, North Myrtle Beach has some options, but not a whole lot. We're going to next come down from North Myrtle Beach, and we will jump into, let's just do Myrtle Beach. Now this should pull Carolina Forest and Myrtle Beach and Sockasty all in it. So this is a big, big area that this is covering in this 65 homes. And guys, if you have some questions while I'm doing these, please throw them in the chat, and we'll definitely answer them as we go along through it. But as you can see here, so this first one's in Bristol Pines. It's 1,550 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths with the parking underneath it. And do they have some images? No images of it. Next is this Real Star home being built in Hampton Park. And this is down in the Sockasty area. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath with 1,700 heated square feet. Let's see if they have some images. Yep, they have a couple of them here. So as you can see, guys, it's pretty much the same features and finishings you're finding in most all of these houses with the way they're doing them. Almost all the builders have made this stuff all standard now. It's kind of weird when you walk into one and it's just carpet everywhere and you're like, oh, what's that? But that's a Real Star home. Let's see what else do we have. That's another one in Hampton Park. Hampton Park. This is at Oyster Bluff. This is a D.R. Horton. We've seen enough of the D.R. Hortons everywhere. Yeah, that's a Macon model. I actually have a Macon right now for sale in Conway. I just listed. Hampton Park. Oyster Bluff. But you can see these are all basically in Sockasty area for 275-ish range, 278 on a lot of these. But as we continue along here, let's just do this. We're going to now, we've looked at about 10 or 12 here. These are all D.R. Hortons, which we've looked at enough D.R. Hortons right now. This is Beezer. So here's a Beezer. We haven't seen a Beezer home yet, so let's take a look at those. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, and this is in Bella Vita. Bella Vita is right off of 501, and from what I understand, you can now get to it from Carolina Forest and River Oaks Drive going through, I believe it's through, somehow it connects through with Berkshire Forest. But this is a 1,500 square foot house. And let's look at that. There's the entrance in. Once again, solid surface counters. That looks like it's a granite maybe, or a quartz. Nice looking house. Nice looking house that they're building here. Once again, it's all on one floor, but this is $295 basically what you're paying for that home. So let's jump up here to the other end of the prices and just see. So this is Indigo Bay. Indigo Bay is in Carolina Forest. It's a new home community. It's right by Waterbridge and Plantation Lakes and the parks. These are being built by H&H Homes. I think I might have been in this house or in this model. It's very nice. But has a nice large island in the kitchen with the, what do they call it, the farmhouse sink here in the island. Large master. What's nice about this house is that it has a office downstairs, but then it also has this huge, huge bonus room upstairs as well. It's massive. But this is a great neighborhood. They're using hardy plank on the houses instead of vinyl siding. And just a lot of nice features that they have. The community does have a pool in here, all that kind of stuff. Look at the shower. I mean, nice spa showers, they call them, with the rain head and all. Let me see if they have a picture. I'm not sure what they're showing there. Maybe that there's steps. I'm not sure. But it's a nice, large floor plan. This house is 2,559 heated square feet. Doug asks the question, is there a master plan to the Carolina Forest area? Seems they just pop up communities everywhere with multiple builders. How would I know what will be built in 5 years, or is it the wild, wild west? Excellent question, Doug. So, here's the reality. No, there isn't a master plan that shows what's going to be happening over the next 5 years. And things change drastically and sometimes rather quickly. 5 years ago, the parks at Carolina Forest was not even a thought. And at that point, the parks at Carolina Forest, like I said, it wasn't a thought. And, now there's probably 200 homes in there in basically 2 years' time. It is that fast moving. Waterbridge is a good example of that. Waterbridge was a great community that started back right as the market decided to bust back in 2008. They had a lot of the infrastructure in, sold like 5 lots, and then the market died. And so when that happened, everything's just kind of was put on pause. And the same was true with the farm and several of the other communities in the area. And so some of the people that bought the land couldn't afford it anymore. They ended up losing it to foreclosure or selling it to someone else. And as all that stuff started to happen, things really changed with the way things were being done. And so is there kind of this long-range plan of it all? No. It's whatever builder can buy the land for the best price, and then they'll subdivide it out to sell the lots and build what they want to. We have several custom home communities in the area, as well as a lot of the spec home builders. In Carolina Forest, there's Pulte, Beezer, Lennar, I believe, is there as well still, or they were. You got Horton, Full Custom, Real Star, Beverly. What's that one called? I don't even remember the name of it. There's another little local builder one. H&H is there, which used to be R.S. Parker back in the day. And, there's just a whole bunch of them, and it just depends on what they're doing. Like, for example, Plantation Lakes, Waterbridge, those are mainly all custom home communities where you can have just about anybody you want to build. Same is true with Carolina Waterway Plantation, the Bluffs, and all those along the waterway. So hope that answers that question for you, Doug. So let's kind of looking at, let's see if we can look at one or two more here in the Myrtle Beach. So here's something else that came up. Ryan, I don't know if you're on tonight watching from California, but Ryan reached out to me. He was actually here in town the other week, and Ryan was interested in this property. It's still for sale, buddy. So get that house sold and we can buy this one. This is at 82nd Dunes. He likes the style of it. They just don't really have many pictures of it yet. But this basically puts you in almost the Dunes Club to buy this home here. You're getting 1,900 square feet for 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. That's some more Beezer stuff. Here's a good community that we didn't see so far yet. This is Cypress River Plantation down on the southern end of the beach. Sits on the water. Custom home community, gated community. So because of that, your HOA is a little bit higher, $135 a month. But let's take a look at this house. This is 2,100 heated, new construction, custom home build. Nice large kitchen, granite counters, natural gas. Wow. So look at that. 1, 2, 3, three tray ceilings. Step up ceilings, I believe they call that then. But this is 420,000, and you'd be in a custom home gated community. Look at the tile shower walk in. That's nice. They put granite in the secondary bathrooms. Nice big screen porch. And it overlooks a golf course. That's in Cypress River. Now, moving on, let's go down to Surfside. So you can see as we look at new construction in Surfside, we get 14 houses. And they're basically going to be in 3 different communities: Beach Village, Ocean Palms, and Belmare. So let's look at this one here first. 284.9. This is going to be a Lennar home. And this is at Beach Village, which I think, if I remember correctly, let's see. Yep, this is down in where Deerfield and all of that area used to be, across from where the Honda dealership is on 17 bypass. For anybody watching, here you go with your kitchen area, living room area, natural gas. But you can see you're not getting near as much space. 1,520 square feet for 285. This is a home by the Beverly Group, Ocean Palms, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, all on 1 floor, 1,468 square feet. And what the Beverly Group uses a lot of times is a vinyl floor, and it's usually almost like a roll down vinyl. Nice kitchen. Nice living area, and this is 285. And then the other community that we were talking about is Belmare. Here's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath with 2,100 square feet. This is Beezer who builds here. Nice large kitchen. That's a nice shower with the spa style walk-in. And this is Belmare. This is right near where the Aldi is in Surfside, or by the Walmart down in Surfside, for those of you watching who might want to know where that's at. So as you can see, Surfside, not a whole lot. Next, let's go to Garden City. Nothing. Everything in Garden City is basically built up. Next, Murrells Inlet. There should be a little bit more as we get to here. 56 in Murrells Inlet. Here's Grove Park, which is Real Star Building. 1,479 heated square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Let's see if they have some pictures. Nope, they're not going to have any pictures. Just kind of the different elevations they do. Let's see. Do we have a question here? Will there be new homes down International Drive towards 90, or is that supposed to stay as a wildlife preserve? Good question. My guess is down the road you will see some of that area be developed. Some of it will stay the park. There's the Lewis Bay Preserve Park down through there off of Highway 90, and that'll probably stay put. But I would imagine seeing some other developments pop up along there. It's such a convenient access to get from Conway to Myrtle Beach, or from Myrtle Beach to Conway. That makes life so much easier and faster. I have a house that I just listed out there in Conway, and if I didn't have International Drive to get there, it would take me probably 40 to 50 minutes. With International Drive, I make it in 15. Good question. You can see this is a real star, and there aren't any pictures. Let's look at another one. Nope. Real star, you got to get some more images in. We can't show people without them. Here's one that's under construction. We're getting there. There we go. So there's the kitchen. Dining room. So question for everybody while we're doing this tonight. Has anybody who's moving to the area thought about buying a new construction home? Or have you only really ever thought about buying resales because you thought you couldn't afford new or that there wasn't anything available in the area? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's jump to the other end here. This is in Prince Creek. Prince Creek's a great area. Toll Brothers. Yes, we haven't seen any Toll Brothers yet. They're a builder that's going to be here in the area. They've just started to really move in. This is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,200 heated square feet. Nice pool there in the neighborhood. This is Prince Creek's, all of their amenities. But unfortunately, not really any photos of the house. These are more Toll Brothers, and these are about $425, $430. This one looks like just like a private builder, but there's no pictures of it. Here's another one of Myrtle's Inlet with a private builder. There's some pictures of this. We can take a look at it. 3 bedrooms, 2 bath for $399.9. Raised beach house style home. Sits on like a pond, it looks like, back behind there. But they're not showing us really anything. There we go. Well, maybe. Thought we were going to see inside. There's your kitchen. That one's just not doing much for me, so let's move on. That's custom. So you can see there's definitely some stuff down this way as well in Myrtle's Inlet. Some great options out there. There's some of these little homes that are kind of like beach style ones. 17. They're about 1,700 square feet, but they just don't have any images in of them to show. But you can see in Myrtle's Inlet, there's some stuff. Now, we're going to go on here to the next. Let's move down from Myrtle's Inlet into Pawleys. And my guess is, yeah, we're not going to see as much because we're going to start to see, number one, the pricing go out, and also then just limits of stuff. But Real Star's building down in Pawleys Island as well. But unfortunately, they just don't really have any images. D.R. Horton's building down in Pawleys Island as well. And let's see what's on the other end here. Beverly Group's building down there. Northwoods at Litchfield Plantation. And unfortunately, there's just not many pictures of these. Sorry to say. Here's a D.R. Horton 5-bedroom, 3-bath house. This is a Forester. Forester is probably one of their largest floor plans that they do. $392,000. This house is 2,643 heated square feet. It's a big house. A nice large open area with a huge island. You have a drop zone over here. Some bedrooms and bathrooms. Big house. But, that's some stuff down in Pawleys Island. The other area that we are going to look at that I haven't really touched yet is if we go west. So we're going to go west now. Go west, young men. And we're going to go to Conway. And this will probably be the last one that we do tonight. Thank you to all who've been hanging out with me tonight. If you guys have any other questions, not related to new construction, but anything, feel free to ask them now, and we'll get to them here in a couple minutes. If you want to know anything about the market, things to do in the area, whatever it may be, just put a question over there, and we'll get to them in just a minute. But you can see we're going into Conway now, and Conway has 109 homes between 250 and 450. Okay. And you can see here, there's a lot more in the 250 to 259 range than in some of the other areas. But here's one right at 250,000. Pine Forest, you can buy a D.R. Horton home. As I share in a lot of my videos, guys, the closer you get to the beach, the more expensive the dirt becomes. And the more expensive the dirt, the prices are going to go up. And here's a perfect example. This is Conway, same home area, 250,000. You take this home, move it down to other areas of the beach, it goes to 290,000. Why? Closeness to the beach makes the expense of the dirt go up. Let's see, who's this one? Creekside. So this is Creekside Builders. They're another local builder, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Take a look at this one in a minute. So there's your living room area, dining room, kitchen. Now, this builder's not putting in granite. They're only putting in Formica, but that's one of the ways they're able to keep the price down at $250,000. But it's a great little home. This one's 1,520 square feet. And just so you guys can kind of see, here's another Creekside. But let's jump over to the other end here and see, for $448,000, you could buy this brand new home, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths with 2,400 heated square feet in Wild Wing. And this is a custom home being built. They do have some pictures, so let's take a look at it a bit. Definitely has curb appeal. Big kitchen with a big island. The laundry room's massive. Look at this. Wow, that's a fancy looking master bath with the tub, the glass, seamless glass shower, granite counter vanities. Looking good. Oh, by the way, while I'm doing this, I did promise an agent in the office that I would give a shout out for her to her clients, Richard and Edie. I don't know if you guys are watching tonight, but thanks for watching the videos and thanks for telling her that you enjoy them. I told her I'd give you a big shout out tonight for it. So anyway, jumping back in here, man. So here we are back in Wild Wing. This Wild Wing has a lot of custom homes in there, so there's a lot of great stuff. This one's $2,400 for $448. And as you can see, it's still being built, so there's a lot of things going on with it. That's kind of cool, the electric fireplace. Nice fancy kitchen. gourmet kitchen, I think is what I'm supposed to say. But that's a nice one in Wild Wing. A lot of these are going to be, these higher priced ones are going to be Wild Wing Plantation. Trying to see if there's something beyond that. So as you can see, the custom home builders are going out to there and buying. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath at Pottery Landing. Nice looking house. It's a low country style house with attached 2-car garage. And yeah, it's a great looking house. Check this one out. Large, high ceilings, nice looking. They got the granite counters going on, stainless appliances, all that kind of stuff. And so this is a great option out here in Conway as well, that's being built. And this is being built by Beverly Homes. So as you can see, as we look at it, Conway has a lot of great options that are out there as well for you. And so the new construction zone might be a place to look. It might be the best option for you. And if you need something where, a big pro as well that you might want to consider is some of these builders will take contingencies right now. So if you live in a city up in the north and you're thinking about buying here, we can go in, write the offer on it, and see if they'll accept the contingency on your home selling, and go back home, sell your home knowing you've got a place and it's secured, and then sell it, move here, and move in. And you've got a little bit of time to do that usually because a lot of these homes aren't going to be ready for another 90 days to 6 months. And so that could be a really big value to and bonus. So just something to kind of think about. But I think that kind of gives you a good idea of what's out there new construction-wise across the area. Now let me just pull this over here and let's see what kind of questions we have here. Let's see. First, Doug said, definitely new. Nothing like the smell of a new home. Yeah, it does have that new home smell. I do enjoy that when I go through them. No maintenance for the first few years and the wow factor. Can't wait for you to be my realtor in a few years, Jeremy. Hey, I appreciate that, Doug. That's pretty awesome. I'll be here ready to help you whenever you're ready to do it, buddy. Just reach out to me and we'll definitely do it. Let's see. Who else? Richard asked, how is the parking situation in Surfside Garden City Beach area in the summer? Are there a lot of open parking lots? Honestly, Richard, I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't go to that section of the beach very often in the summertime. I know you have the Garden City Pier and there's stuff down there, and there is some public beach accesses along the way that you can go and visit. I usually go to the beach up in Myrtle Beach when I go, and honestly, I have to be honest, up until about a year and a half ago, I didn't go to the beach very often. My wife has slowly converted me into being a beachgoer, where I'll go down and at least sit there and enjoy looking at the waves for a bit. I don't go really in the water very often or do any of those things. I just sit and relax and enjoy listening to the waves and those things. But, I go up into Myrtle Beach around the Golden Mile, which is a section of the beach where it's $1 million homes, residences, and every couple houses is a public beach access. And so I can usually find a spot there to pull in, pay for some parking, which it's nothing, maybe $4 or $5 for 2 hours, and go down to the beach where there might be 50 other people out there in the ocean. It's awesome. Let's see here. Richard says, thanks. Oh, you must be the Richard. Well, hey, nice to meet you, Richard. I'm glad you guys have been hanging out and watching the stuff. And you can send Olivia a message and tell her that I gave you a shout out tonight and get her all wound up again. That'll be fun. Christina says, hello, Jeremy. Hello, Christina. Hope you're doing well. Enjoying life these days. Let's see here. We got some new comments coming in here. Let's see here. Trent says, thanks, Jeremy. Love the show and appreciate the info. Hey, no problem. Glad you guys found value in it. You don't realize the value of being out there in new construction these days over it. And you don't have to, like I said, the big thing right now, you don't have to fight multiple offers and who knows how many other buyers to try to get the home. If it's available, they sell it to the first one. If the person buys it, it's not available anymore. So you're not fighting over it. But what I would highly recommend is if you're going to buy one of those, don't waste time. When you get there, don't think about it, just do it. And one of the things I want to share, which I should probably take a second and do, is let's just talk a second about when you're buying new construction. Should you have a buyer's agent or a realtor helping you with that? Yes, you want an agent even when you're buying new construction. They do more than just sit there and collect a commission. I had a conversation the other week with a gentleman who he found my website several months back, and he and his wife were coming, and he wanted me to help him if they were buying a resale. But if they were doing new construction, you don't need to be involved. I'll handle it all myself. You're not going to do anything anyways, and you shouldn't be getting a $10,000 to $12,000 commission for something when you're not doing any work, is what he told me. And what I explained to him is that I do a lot of work, and I help you with a lot of things along the way. Number one, I make sure that everything gets done on time for your loan if you're getting one. I make sure that the builder stays on task with it, checking in regularly, keeping communication going so that everything is in order, so that when you sell that home in New Jersey or New York and you're expecting to move into your house on April 1st, that when you come here for the closing, the house is ready to go. And if it's not, you're going to know ahead of time, and the builder is going to do something to help compensate you along the way. So you definitely want to have that agent. Not to mention, when we get to the time of walkthroughs, I go through the houses. I'm not like some of the agents that just disappear. I'm going to be with you there doing those walkthroughs on a week to 10 days before closing. And then I'm going to be there on the final walkthrough too, to make sure everything that we found is marked. As I shared with clients this past week, when I go do a new construction walkthrough, I literally walk in the door and I ask the builder, just hand me a roll of blue tape or green tape, whatever color they're using. Just hand me a roll. And while they're going over warranties and stuff, I'm walking around taping everything on the walls. I'm finding all kinds of things that we're getting fixed. And there's certain parts when you're doing new construction, you want to make sure you get notated in the beginning, because after closing, if you find it then and ask them to fix it, they're not going to do it. And so there's certain things that you really, really got to pay attention to, and that basically comes down to your cabinets, your flooring, your counters, and your cabinets, your counters, and your flooring are the ones that are the real big ones that you got to watch. If while you're moving in, the builder or your movers scratch the floor, they're not going to fix it after the fact. So if there's a scratch that's there, you need to make sure to tell them ahead of time, because it'll definitely help you in the long run. And sometimes I can get you to save a little bit of money too. The people this last week, they were just going to use whatever loan with whatever. And I found out the gentleman was a veteran. And I said to him, well, you're a veteran, right? He said, yeah. I said, well, then why are you not using your VA benefits? You're going to get a lower interest rate. Oh, well, I didn't even think about that. I didn't realize that might be a benefit to us to do. Yes, it is. And we asked the lender on the phone, and the lender's like, oh, yeah, you're going to get much better rates and everything all around. So even just that alone is going to save my people thousands of dollars over the years of owning that home. So let's see, what else do we have here? Doug says, yep, great content, much appreciated. Christina asks, what is your new home warranty in your area? Good question. So when you're buying that new home in the area, most of the time what they give you is a 1-year warranty on basically all the things. I kind of liken it to like a bumper-to-bumper warranty on the house. So they're going to cover just about everything for that first year, except for, like I said, if you scratch the floor, they're not going to fix it. If you scratch the counters or the cabinets, they're not going to fix those things. That's your fault. But, if a nail pops or the water heater stops working or any of those kinds of things, that's all covered. Then you have usually like a 3 to 5 year warranty on your HVAC or heating and cooling system. And then like a 10-year warranty on the overall structure. And some of them now are doing what they call a lifetime roof warranty, where basically they warranty it for almost the life of the home. They'll take care of it, which is kind of cool. Let's see. Catherine says shells and shark teeth. Yes, you can find shells and shark teeth for sure down there. And then she also said $2 an hour or 10 for all day in Myrtle Beach. Oh, for the parking. Yeah, so if you go down to the beach, it's $2 an hour, or you reach $10 and it's the whole day for $10. It's nothing. Really awesome. Let's see, what else do we have here? Chris says currently building in Waterbridge using Myrtle Construction as our builder. Awesome. Waterbridge is an amazing community. Probably has some of the absolute best amenities in all of our county. That pool, it's amazing. We had friends that had a 3-year-old birthday party there, and they invited us to come, and we got to go in that pool and play. Man, that thing is huge. You could get lost in there for sure. But congratulations, Chris, on moving to the area here, hopefully before too long. I hope that things go smooth and easy with your build. Trent says parking can be quite tough down there. And even at the state park, parking can be tough. Gets a little pricey too. Yeah, it can be in all those areas. That's why we, like I said, my family, we usually stay around the Golden Mile. There's literally, I think it's like every 2 to 3 houses. There's a public beach parking where there's usually at least 10 to 15 spaces at each one. And normally we don't have much issue finding one. If one's full, we just go to the next. If that one's full, go to the next. If that one's full, go to the next. And usually within 3 to 4 of them, we find a spot to get to and go out and enjoy the beach. Yeah, so that's what we do. But anyway, guys, let's see here. What time? Oh, wow, we're at 90 minutes. This is getting long, isn't it? But hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I will hang around, though, for a couple more minutes. I see there's still about 15, 20 people on here. And so if you have any other questions you want to ask me, anything about Myrtle Beach, new construction, anything, fair game. Ask your questions now. Go and do it. And while you're thinking about them and typing those in, I'm going to ask you another joke. And that joke is this. Why, and this was kind of, I think it fits very well with Myrtle Beach, but why do golfers wear 2 pairs of pants? Type your answer in, and I want to hear what y'all may think on this one. Why do golfers wear 2 pairs of pants? And if my wife is still watching, no, you cannot answer this one. She knows the answer to this for sure. While you guys are typing, I'm going to just check. I had a list of communities here, and I just wanted to kind of make sure we covered them all. I think we did. I kind of covered all of the areas of the beach. One question I get asked an awful lot. No, it's not grass stains. Somebody asked grass. Nope, not grass stains. That's not the answer. But one of the questions I get asked a lot is, what area of the beach should we move to? And it's really an answer only you can figure out. Each section of the beach has its own unique personality, I feel. Some people absolutely love Surfside. Other people don't want to be down there. Some people love Carolina Forest. Others say it's too crowded. Some people want to be in Little River. Others say it's too far away from, things. It's ultimately up to you. That way let's see here. Chris says 1 for each 9 holes. Close, but not exactly. Doug must be Googling these because he's getting them, but he is correct. In case he got a hole in one. But maybe I should hit the cowbell. Yeah, with it. Okay. Here's a good question that Catherine asked. How much can you really personalize a new construction home? Good question. A lot of it's going to depend on who is the builder and how much you're willing to pay. For example, you go and buy a D.R. Horton home, and they have different levels of packages and things they do. They have what they call their express line, where I think they changed the name of it now, where basically in that it was you pick brown floors, gray floors, or whatever. There was like three options for the color package, and with that you got brown floors and brown cabinets, or gray floors with gray cabinets, or white cabinets with whatever, and that was it. In other areas where they have things, you can add on things like screening in the porch, extending out the patio, or adding a patio, or adding a covered porch, or adding a flex room, as they call them, or a home office, or a room upstairs, or a bonus room upstairs and a bedroom upstairs. There's all kinds of different options that they have in that, which they used to call it their elite line. I don't know if they're still calling it that. And that's true for most builders. Most builders will have, here's kind of our 10 floor plans that you can pick from for this neighborhood. Here's our 10 different colors. So you can have an Eaton floor plan and green outside with black shutters, or you can do tan outside with brown shutters, or you can do whatever, and they have all different ways, and that's how you kind of, quote, customize it. But a lot of them then have the add-ons where you can upgrade the shower in the bathroom from being just a insert to a walk-in tile, for example, or something like that. And so you can do those types of customizations. Then you have the other end of the spectrum where you can go and build custom. And, I have a couple custom builders that I work with, and they can do any and all kinds of customizations you want. You find it somewhere on Pinterest or in a magazine, they can recreate it. The question is, are you willing to spend what it'll cost to make that? Because a lot of times what you see on Pinterest or in that magazine is not very cheap. And especially if they have to take the floor plan that you've picked and move walls around and shift things, it could be $50,000 to $100,000 to put in some of those types of upgrades. But you can definitely do that for sure. Hopefully that answers your question. All right, and I think I need to end with one more question, or one more joke, I should say, for you all. And let me see if I can remember this one right, because this was my eldest gave it to me. I'm trying to think how it goes. What happens twice in a week, once in a year, but never in a day? I think I said that right. Now let's try that again. What happens twice in a week, once in a year, but never in a day? Any guesses? While you're thinking about that one, I'll give you another one. What do you find at the end of a rainbow? A W. That was from my 6-year-old. She gave me that one tonight. So let's go back to the ornament. What can you find twice in a week, once in a year, but never in a day? Any guesses? Nope. This one's not quite as good, I don't think. But what can you find? An E. Yeah, I know. That one's kind of rough. But anyway, guys, hopefully you found some value tonight in that one. Richard, yeah, I know. I'm kind of thinking the same thing. So what can you find twice in a week, once in a day, or once in a year and never in a day? An E. I know. Richard, do you have any other final questions you want to ask tonight? Or how about Doug or Trent? You have any other questions? Let's see, I got about 13 of you on here, so y'all must have some questions. You got to have something you want to know about the area. Also, just want to let you guys know I'm working on a new YouTube channel as well, where we're going to be sharing some shorts of Myrtle Beach, which are going to be just 30 to 60-second clips of things around the area. I'm working on loading up some content on there now. If you want to go search for it on YouTube, you can. It's called Myrtle Beach Shorts. Let me see if I can put that in the comments. Myrtle Beach Shorts. There you go. I'm going to put my own comment up on the screen. Myrtle Beach shorts. And, it's just going to be 30 to 60-second clips. I put one up the other day of the new Funplex that's being built in Myrtle Beach. There's one of the new playground that was put in at Chapin Memorial. And, a couple other things. Doug, we definitely are looking to help you with that too. There's going to be a lot of things as we get some time. Once I get back from vacation, I will definitely be ramping that up a little bit more. And be on the lookout next week. We're going to have hopefully a neighborhood video that'll be coming out of some of the awesome gated communities along the waterway as well. Let's see here. Richard says, we enjoy watching and can't wait to meet you when we come down. Come on down, baby. Come on down. And Doug says, thanks for all the info. Look forward to calling this place home. And Chris says, a new resident always looking for recommendations and things to do. So Chris, you're going to be living, you said, in Waterbridge. One of my favorite places to eat nearby there is called the Sneaky Beagle. It's a great little place at the end of Carolina Forest Boulevard. Tavern in the Forest is back there as well. My office sits not too far away from there, and right behind my office is Jay Peters. It's okay. It's nice food. It's a little expensive, I think, for what you get. There's also the Cypress Grill that just recently opened. I have not tried it yet, but I hear it is pretty good as well. Gino's Pizza's at the other end of Carolina Forest, which is always awesome. At this end of Carolina Forest Boulevard, you have Scotto's Pizza. Both of them are really good pizza joints if you want to get some takeout. And our family really enjoys those. Some other things that are fun to do nearby, you have the Hulk Trail, which is at one end of Carolina Forest Boulevard. You'll be going to the beach down where we go, probably down there at the Golden Mile section, because that's basically where your neighborhood will lead up to. If you go down International Drive, there is, like I said, the Lewis Bays Preserve, which is a nice little nature trail. It kind of goes back through with all kinds of trails and stuff back there. You can get yourself lost real quick. But there is a lot of hiking trails back through there as well. So those are some of our favorite things to do nearby where you're living for sure. Let me think. Some other places, if you want to travel, you can go down to the inlet, some great seafood down there. Go up to the northern end of the beach, the Little River. One of our favorite places up there is called Clark's. It is really good as well. So on that note, guys, I think we're going to call it a night and head to the house. My wife's probably wondering if I got lost along the way. And I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's video. Hope you enjoyed our chat. And Chris says he's going to stop by and say hi. Thanks for all the info. Hey, come on and visit. My office isn't too far away. Feel free to swing by someday and say hello. I'm here most of the time. So hope you guys enjoyed tonight's video where we talked a little bit about, what's this comment? Clean Eats at the south end of Carolina Forest does vegan, I think. Okay. So if you're looking for vegan, there you go. Also, I know down at that end, down by the Kroger, there's also the famous Toastery, which is a big fan favorite of my mother's. She likes to go there as well. But anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed tonight's video, got some information value out of it. And, if you have questions, guys, feel free to reach out to me. You can shoot me an email. I'm going to put my email address here at the end in the comments so you have it. You can just send it to info@jeremyblanton.com. And, I'll get that email and get right back with you. If you're planning a trip to the area, let me know a little bit of time so that we can get you scheduled in and start that search here, finding you a new home here at the beach. Hope you guys have an awesome evening, and I'll catch you all later. See ya.